First reading. A reading from the first book of Kings, chapter 21, verses 17 to 29. Then the word of Yahweh came to Elijah the Tishbite. Up, go down to meet Ahab king of Israel in Samaria. You will find him in Naboth's vineyard. He has gone down to take possession of it. You are to say this to him: Yahweh says this: You have committed murder, and now you usurp as well. For this, and Yahweh says this: In the place where the dogs licked the blood of Naboth, the dogs will lick your blood too. Ahab said to Elijah, So ye have caught me, O my enemy. Elijah answered, I have caught you for your double dealing, and since you have done what is displeasing to Yahweh. I shall now bring disaster down on you. I shall sweep away your descendants and wipe out every manjack of the house of Ahab, fettered or free in Israel. I shall treat your house as I treated the house of Jeroboam son of Nebat and of Baasha son of Ahijah, for provoking my anger and leading Israel into sin. Against Jezebel to Yahweh spoke these words: The dogs will eat Jezebel in the field of Jezreel. Those of Ahab's family who die in the city, the dogs will eat, and those who die in the open country, the birds of the air will eat. And indeed, there never was anyone like Ahab for double dealing and for doing what is displeasing to Yahweh. Urged on by Jezebel his wife, he behaved in the most abominable way, adhering to idols just as the Amorites had, whom Yahweh had dispossessed for the Israelites. When Ahab heard these words, he tore his garments and put sackcloth next to his skin and fasted. He slept in the sackcloth, he walked with slow steps. Then the word of Yahweh came to Elijah the Tishbite. Have you seen how Ahab had humbled himself before me? Since he has humbled himself before me, I shall not bring the disaster in his days. I shall bring the disaster down on his house in his son's days. This is the word of Lord. Thanks be to God. A reading from the Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 5, verses 43 to 48. You have heard how it was said, You will love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say this to you: love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, so that you may be children of your Father in heaven. For he causes his sun to rise on the bad as well as the good, and sends down rain to fall on the upright and the wicked alike. For if you love those who love you, what reward will you get? Do not even the tax collectors do as much? And if you save your greetings for your brothers, are you doing anything exceptional? Do not even the Gentile do as much? You must therefore be perfect, just as your heavenly Father is perfect.